recently did a really detailed deep dive into the worship song Holy Forever, where I got rather technical, so I thought it would be a good idea to follow that up with a quick and simple explanation of how I review church music. Now don't worry, you don't need to be a theologian, scientist or a musician to understand this. The test I do is called LITMUS, which I created to help churches make sure the songs they sing are actually helping their hearts and minds stay sharp and focused on God. The simplest way to explain my LITMUS framework is that it tests three things: where the song came from, what we sing, and how we sing it. That's it. It's as simple as that. So we start with who wrote the song and what they believe. This is a make or break test. If the song fails, it is rejected immediately. That's how important this check is. If it passes that source test, we move on to the next two checks: what we sing and how we sing it. The end result of that is a score which can be displayed on the LITMUS Matrix. This is a chart which is divided into four main zones: meditation, anchor, litany, and induction. Every song being sung in your church can be mapped onto this chart and will appear in one of these quadrants. What we sing, which is the lyrics or words of the song, goes from left to right on the matrix. The further left the song is, the more vague or me-centered the words are. And the further right we go, the more clear and deep the words are. Right is good, left is bad. How we sing the song, which is the music itself, goes up and down. The lower it goes, the more repetitive and manipulative the music is, while the higher it goes, the more certain and clear it is. Up is good, down is bad. Now let's talk about each zone of this matrix. At the top right we have the Anchor Quadrant. Songs in this zone are the best songs to sing in church. They are musically sound, meaning the music keeps your mind sharp and engaged, and the lyrics teach deep biblical truth so that you finish the song feeling reassured and grounded in your faith. We have some solid songs here, such as Holy, 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 In Christ Alone, and His Mercy is More. The bottom left is the Induction Quadrant. This is the danger zone. Songs that end up here suffer from two fatal flaws. The words are too vague or are overly centered on us instead of God, and the music is also too repetitive or loop-based, meaning it just goes round and round repeating the same chords, which manipulates our emotions too much. Pretty much all songs by Bethel, Elevation, Jesus Culture, and Hillsong fit into the induction zone. The top left are meditation songs. These are musically solid but lack enough biblical truth. The words will still be true, but there won't be much meat on the bones, if you know what I mean. There's truth, but not that much of it. You'll typically sing these songs for less than a minute and perhaps use them to take you from one anchor song to the next. They shouldn't be used too often. An example of this would be Spirit of the Living God by Daniel Iverson. On the bottom right is the litany zone. These are usually songs of lamentation or mourning. The words are rich and contain deep biblical truth, while the music leaves you yearning or tense, longing for more. These songs often sound sad and only rarely resolve. And again, they're only suitable in certain situations and should be used rarely, taking about 30 seconds to 1 minute to sing. Some examples of litany songs would be What Wondrous Love Is This, O My Soul, and also O Come, Emmanuel. At the end of the day, LITMUS is just a tool for churches to use that essentially takes worship of the living God seriously, as we are supposed to do. In Colossians 3 verse 16, we are commanded to teach and admonish one another in all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. This framework is simply the embodiment of that command, by giving us an objective way to measure which songs allow us to do this and which songs don't. If you want any help with your Sunday worship set lists, or you just want to chat about my approach, leave a comment below.